Okay, here we go. All right. Hi,
Okay,
Charlie.
holding
Welcome
on.
back. Thanks for taking your time out today on the weekend to join me for one of my few last debrief
All right,
and your guidance
and
support along the
yeah,
way.
yeah, it's been quite fun helping you out through these feedbacks and such. And yeah, it is our last one. Slightly somber moment. I'll miss these meetings.
Thank you. Thank you again for all your help. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get to it. So we are looking at the final evaluation on in-test standards 1 to 10, so all of them, including a final video that was submitted and your reflection as well.
Right.
And since it's covering all 10 standards, will also be referring to your performance and improvements over the course overall, because I think that would be most beneficial
Right.
as well. All right, so I would say in general, I've seen great improvements and great performance overall in a lot of your lessons, and you have taken on a lot of the feedback and that was written down and said. And in particular, a few areas such as instructions and supporting weaker students, you did very well there in taking on feedback. And there were also the workshops that that were organized just last week, which I hear went very well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that.
Sure.
And of
Thank you.
course, yeah, and
For
of
you.
course, your professionalism throughout this entire time, and apparently uh, your massive amount of PDs, professional development credits that you've been gathering, are suitably impressive.
Oh,
All right.
you checked on that too, huh?
Hmm. So, before I go wax on lyrical for quite a long time, let's focus on how you feel. So, what are some of the in-test standards that you feel you did quite well on, and what are you particularly proud of?
Sure. So let's see. I'll start with my top three. The first one is standard number 10, which is looking at the profession, building leadership, taking on a leadership role or position uh, in an institution along with other staff members. So to build a community, and this was one thing that I was very proud of. I didn't anticipate how long I'll be with ILA, so I wasn't interested. I mean, I was very much interested in attending professional development to to refine my craft to become a better teacher. But I never thought I'll offer a workshop until recently. This was a project that was required by Moreland, and I figured. So I was looking around at different projects, and we had our meetings, and we thought this was the best. It's good for us, good for Moreland, and also good for ILA. So this is something I'm very proud of. I took it took hit the ground running and just plan and it worked out perfectly. About maybe 10 people, 10 staff showed up, including TAs and teachers, and of course my supervisor show up. So I'm very happy about that. I'm looking forward to maybe do more of those now that I have more experience. So
Yeah, I I definitely did like that. You know, you included more than just the teachers in the in that workshop as well. You know, it was great to include all members of staff. You know, get everyone onto a shared vision, as it were.
right,
And yeah, it's also great that you looked at the needs of not just the company but also your fellow teachers. You know, it worked out very well in all aspects.
right.
So what was the next on your list of top three?
My next one is the standard number one, looking at differences of learners' needs. So for this one, we as teachers don't just look at their cognitive needs, but also linguistic, social, emotional, and physical needs. Because obviously students have different personality and different aptitudes, temperaments. And I think that throughout my years with ILA, we don't just teach the English part, the theoretical, uh, cognitive part. We do PBL, we do a lot of games, projects, and then arts and craft. I actually implemented some of that in public school. And because of these projects, I'm able to gauge their artistic side, the emotional, social side. And a lot of these projects require collaborations and communication. So all of those together, you're able to pick out other strengths that students have, and not just the cerebral part. Just like the old-fashioned way when we went to school, we just sit and look at the board, old chart, chalk, and board. Now education is much more advanced, requiring lots of different facets of one's skills and strength.
Right. And I definitely would see you apply that throughout your videos and it continually improving as well, particularly in your PBL lessons, your project-based lessons. Like certain students respond to projects, more or less enthusiastically than others, and you definitely organize those in such a way that everyone's needs were met. Maybe some were more cognitively challenged by doing something physically at the same time. Others were just reading and such. So yeah, it's great that you gave everyone a chance to express themselves and be engaged in different ways.
Right.
And the third standard that you are most proud of, your last in your top three, what would that be?
Yeah, and that one will be number 7. That's planning for instructions. This one, I think that throughout this program, obviously I've seen the progress I made, and the progress, and I think most teachers go through the same process too. The more years that they have, they learn to refine their craft, and I think that's what I have undergone. There was this constant learning that the teachers we always have to undergone, from professional development classes to various workshops, to become a better teacher, to refine our craft. And also, I learned to use different disciplines, um, working with different colleagues and looking at different aspects to to just enhance our students' learning. So that's one thing that I noticed I'm able to refine my craft with, is by planning for instruction, clearer wording, shorter wording, simple language, and even instruction is not just words. It's bodily language, slides, pictures, so many different ways to convey the message and instruction that we want our students to comprehend.
Yeah, definitely. And as previously with standard one, some students are engaged in different ways, as same as they are with instructions as well.
Right.
Yeah. Some like details, some like simple short object imperatives, and then there's the signposting, keeping things posted on the walls and boards. Yeah, and seeing as though that's happened a lot more in the subsequent videos that you sent. Right. I can see that's becoming more effective and more second nature to you as well.
Right.
Yeah. And it's also great to hear that you're looking at it in such a way as to go beyond just your classroom, getting ideas from other teachers, and frankly beyond just Moreland, impressing Moreland.
Right.
Great to see that you're working hard to improve yourself overall.
Right.
The instructions, planning for instructions and giving instructions, it's great for, I'm sure, many other fields if you so choose.
Right.
All right. Now, well, before we finish up, was there anything you feel you still could have worked on or you would like to improve on in the future?
Uh, I mean, I would like to have more of a balanced life. I think this program, they try to crunch everything together. So I noticed I've been working 7 days a week for months on end, and so it became a drag after a while. And I think maybe after this, I would like to take a break, vacation for a few days, for a few weekends, just relax and enjoy my life and have more of a balance in my life. Otherwise, it becomes very dull. It's all work, 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 and it becomes very boring and monotonous. So
Yeah, well, fair enough.
it's
And
something to learn too. So
still, after hearing all this, though, it's great to see that your work remained consistently high and at a, and very effective throughout this entire program, despite how tired you were as well. So
yeah,
those are great things to see, and I do think you deserve a break. So
yeah,
be sure to get that leaving.
yep.
All right. So that brings us to the end of my final evaluation for you on InTask Standards 1 to 10. All right. Thank you so much for all your hard work, and it was a pleasure to work with you all this time.
Thank you so much for being my mentor and guiding me throughout my time. Thank you so much. And I'm sure there'll be other students and
No,
teachers.
I'm sure.
Guide.
I'm sure there would be. All right. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best of luck.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye bye.